Hey guys, Jeremy here, and I'm not sure if you're like me, and every once in a while when you're out of town, you like to remote into a existing computer that you have at your house. I mean, you need a file or you need to find something that's in that particular desktop or laptop, and you just don't have any way to remote access in. Well, this right here, the GL Comet, is going to allow you to remote in from anywhere. Now, they sent this to me at no charge for this review, and in this review, I'm going to show you how to hook this up and show you how to use it. But before we get to all of that, I want you to check this out. So one of the first things you're going to have to do is download an app called the GL KVM. So after you get everything hooked up and then you get into this app, you're going to be able to remote access into your computer. So this laptop here is going to be called the control computer, and then the computer out in my studio is going to be called my access computer or my remote in computer. So we have computer A, and then out there we have computer B. So when I click my remote control, what I'm doing is connecting to this little guy right here out in the studio. When that connects, I'm going to be able to access into that computer and get any file that I want. Boom. This is my computer out in the studio. Now here's what I want you to pay attention to. It says desktop, and then you can see the call letters there. So I'm going to go ahead and snap that, and then we're going to get into this computer, and I want to show you the difference. All right, so this one is desktop 3BQKD5F, and this one is going to be the K4. In other words, what I'm saying here is that I have two different desktops that are available on this one laptop. So I'm going to X out of the laptop settings, and this is now the settings for the computer that's out in my studio. So what we can do is we can open up our files and we can grab any file that we want. Here's a book that we downloaded some time ago. Really nice book. Now, I don't have it on my laptop, but I do have it on the computer out in the studio. So you can see that we can access into the computer out in my studio. So let's go out there. I'll show you how I did that, how we hook it up, and how all of that works. So I'm going to take this computer with me. So notice there's nothing connected to this computer. We're going to take it out to the studio and show you the connections and then how everything works. So what I'm going to do is just leave my laptop open right here where we left off from inside the house. And that's actually what's showing on this monitor right here. So I'm going to get this connected and show you that it's going to be the exact same thing. Now, this is what the KVM looks like. This is what the remote access looks like. I know I got a mess of cables here, but I'm going to explain everything for you. All right, so what we have right here is I have my internet coming in from my router, okay? So that plugs in, and that's going to be our network access. Then I've also got this one right here, which is power. So I got power plugged into an outlet right back here behind the computer. And then I've got this cable right here, and it's going to be your USB-A cable. And the only reason that I got this plugged in is so that I can use the mouse on my laptop. Now, if I did not have this plugged in, then I'm going to have to use the mouse from the desktop, okay? So once that USB-A is unplugged, then you're going to have to use the remote control from the original computer. If you look over here, you can see the cursor, but you got to look real closely right there. It's just a little cursor. Now that's really inconvenient. So that's why they give you this USB-A cable to connect to your computer so that you can use your mouse pad right here to control everything. So that's super convenient. And then you do have an HDMI cable, which is going to connect to the computer desktop as well. So when I unplug this and plug in my monitor, what you're going to see is this book is going to be popped up here on this screen. And there we go. There's that book that I was talking about over here on my laptop. So one thing that's super important for you to understand when you are remote accessing in is that you got a computer A and you got a computer B. You got a control computer, and then you got the computer that you were remote accessing into. And you're just gonna have to follow the instructions. It's super easy to get this connected. Just make sure that you're both on the same, just make sure that it's on the network and you got your HDMI cable, everything connected up to the computer that you want to remote access into. And then when you download the app to your control computer, it's going to be smooth sailing, pretty slick and easy to do. So if you're looking to remote access into your computer because you are traveling, then picking up the GL.iNet, the KVM access point, super convenient, really nice. It's something that I definitely recommend, something that I'm always going to keep on hand for my travels as well.